Hi, everyone. I'm Doug Black at Inside HPC. And with me today, it's my pleasure to be with Cristin Merritt of Alces Flight in the UK. We're here to talk about Alces's upcoming Sustainable Reality Conference in October. And Cristin, before we get into the conference, tell us a little bit about your background and your position at Alces.
Oh, thank you so much, Doug. It's good to be here. My name is Cristin Merritt. I serve as head of communications for Alces Flight. I have a background primarily dealing in enterprise and large-scale technologies such as the wonderful world of supercomputing, which I've been working in for 9 years next month. The background that I bring to this field and to this conference itself is that I've worked a lot within the community in terms of outreach, as well as a big time interest in client stories, partner stories, and getting information, best practices, and that kind of thing out to the community at large.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What is sustainable reality? When is it? Where is it? And what sets it apart from other community-based supercomputing events, including, if you could, sorry to pile up all the question, but what does community-based event mean?
Oh, okay. Well, Sustainable Reality is a day conference that Alces Flight launched in 2023. So this will be our 3rd year. And we are focused on doing what they call a community day conference. Usually with any type of day conference, you will often have a specific kind of vertical, or in the case of an industry partner, such as ourselves, there's generally a focus on the types of work that the industry partner can do. So for Alces Flight, that is the work that we do with subscriptions and service, as well as integration. But we decided to take a bit of a different angle, and that is because of our outreach work that we do with women in HPC and with the student community at large in the UK. We decided to take the angle that this should be a day conference focused a lot on the issues and the practical realities facing a lot of our clients and partners today. So we bring in speakers from anywhere we can find them in the EU or UK who are specialists. So for this conference, that is very much in the AI and the quantum space, as well a lot within the UK and EU in the energy use and consumption. We also are very interested in trying to give exposure to the community. So in this case, we're doing a lot with our students this year. So we've got student travel fellows who are coming down special for this event. And in the past, we've focused on community managers as well as community groups like Women in HPC.
Okay. So again, looking ahead to SR25, what would surprise people the most about the community behind this event?
I think what would surprise people the most is how much we love to collaborate with each other. A lot of people want to see, I think there's a bit of a mystique around the whole like vendors versus academics versus users. And what we love to do at Sustainable Reality is we like to break all those barriers down. We love to bring all those types of people in and together. I've taken a lot of inspiration from other events around the EU and the UK, and also some of our global events, such as ISC and SC, to bring this type of event together. We want people to walk out with practical knowledge, real ideas, and hopefully some cool new contacts and collaborators to get some work done that helps progress our field.
Okay, so there's, as we all know, a lot of momentum and a lot of noise in the HPC and AI space right now. What do you think deserves more attention or more of the spotlight, and what might need some rethinking?
So I think right now there's so much excitement within the field. I think we shouldn't try to poo-poo the joy and the opportunities that the AI and quantum technologies bring now into the HPC space. I think what is missing is some of that little practical foundation work. And I'm really pleased to say that we're putting together a lot of sessions really focused on the ethical side of AI, the multidisciplinary needs of supercomputing in general, bringing people from creative backgrounds, from scientific backgrounds, from all those types of fields together. Our keynote, a wonderful fellow named Nathan Brown, who is an RSC fellow and is a pioneer in drug discovery, is going to talk a lot about how the history of supercomputing has gone from, in his field, kind of a niche fun side project to be very core and central, and all of the types of skills and work that go into making these things possible. And I think what it does is it channels that excitement into people realizing on the ground what they can do today to help progress their particular group, their department, their company in driving this technology forward.
Okay, so your theme for the conference this year is catalysts, plural, for change. If SR25 were a chemical reaction, what's the catalyst and what's the product?
Oh, the reaction, I think it's that wonderful mix of excitement and frustration. You pour them together and they create that wonderful spark that I think when you bring a bunch of talented people from a lot of different backgrounds together, and like I said, we've got industry, we've got students, we've got some incredible research academics, we've even got some government agencies who are going to come and talk about projects that they're working on. We put them all into a wonderful room and let them really kind of mix and connect. What I'm hoping the product out of that is people having a true list of items, actions, and people they can speak to bring their particular project, their particular cluster, or even their solution that they're looking at building and pushing it a little bit forward, making it a little bit greener, a little bit more cost effective, a little bit more efficient, and hopefully that they're helping to lower those barriers of entry because so many people want to be involved in this field.
Okay, so sustainability remains a complex challenge in supercomputing for sure. Where are you seeing encouraging progress, and what areas still need more attention?
Oh, sustainability that's a tough one. And I don't think I wish we all wish there was one magic button. Who wouldn't want a magic button to fix those types of issues? I am really excited. And thankfully, since we've launched this particular day conference, we have been following and bringing in speakers who do work in the green energy space for supercomputing, building data centers at geothermal sites, doing heat reuse work. This year, we're going to be really focusing on distributed data centers and how that can help not only deal with workloads, but also then deal with the heat reuse and feedback into our communities. And so those are really practical things, but then a lot of people may find themselves a bit overwhelmed because those are big solutions. And we want to also focus a bit on like that ground level practical nature of sustainability, silly little things such as, how do you deal with recycling hardware? How do you deal with efficiencies, transforming your code from an outdated system, which may be running very power efficiently, to something that's far more efficient. We even have a student, I'm pleased to say, who's going to come and talk about their project, which is entirely focused on parallel processing and energy efficiency. This event.
Okay, so now, Cristin, what's something you saw or heard recently that made you think this is exactly why we need SR25?
Oh, I am so pleased with our community here in the UK and actually our global community, because everything that I go to has a way of influencing me. And I really want to point out, I had to actually think about this one. And I was like, there's four things. Number one, the University of Edinburgh, up at the APCC, they have a master's program, and they do this thing called Industry Days for their students, where they basically lay down all technical tools and start talking about what it's like to be in this field and their career and that trajectory. And speaking to those students was a moment that actually sparked our student session this year, because I realized, oh my gosh, there's such talented students within the UK. We need to give them more opportunities to speak. And I'm pleased to say that the directors agreed, and I was able to have that session. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful to HPC Days, which happens in Durham right before ISC. The team there has done an incredible job of finding ways to kind of pool a bunch of different ideas into one location. Now, that particular event is much longer than a day conference, but I was very inspired by that wonderful mix, and that really influenced a lot of what we call the community-driven event of academics, industry, government, going around the horn and having those little pieces of information brought out so that people could feel like they could grab some idea and take from it. And the global conferences. So ISC is super well known for finding innovative ways for people to network, They do like the running days, they do those ice cream socials. They have all these great ways of engaging with people. And so giving people more of that kind of ad hoc opportunity is something that really influenced our conference. And finally, our big global conference, SC, that this year is happening in St. Louis. And I'm lucky enough to be the communications chair for this year. SC has taught me so much about finding the right stories that truly resonate with people to be able to help them progress their work forward. And so those are the ideas, and those are the little pieces and parts that say this is how and why sustainable reality fits within the HPC calendar.
Okay, so where can people find out more about the event and also register for it?
Oh, fantastic. It is, our website is sustainable-reality.com. And from there, you can jump onto the registration. Right now, we've got a session outline. So all the sessions that we're going to be hosting, and we're going to be filling in those details soon. The event is free to attend. It is an in-person event, unfortunately, because we do have some speakers coming up that I'm excited to announce. But because of the nature of their work, we can't have like a public broadcast. So it makes it sound super classy and secret, but these are just really amazing people. So absolutely want people to attend. It's happening at what's known as the Royal Society of Chemistry in London at Burlington House. This is part of what's known as the Courtyard Society. So before anybody goes, oh gosh, do I have to dress up for this? Absolutely not. The Royal Academy's there, the Geological Society, the engineering works. So when you go and visit, when you enter the courtyard, you will see people in like hoodies, you will see people in painters' outfits, you will see people in suits. Everybody is welcome in that space.
Very inclusive. Excellent. Okay, Cristin, great to be with you. We've been with Cristin Merritt of Alces Flight talking about the Sustainable Reality 25 conference coming up in October. Great to be with you.
Thank you so much, Doug.